Welcome to this first ETRO University of 2025. We have Anouk, our software developer here, to take us through People Builder 2.0 to address the feedback and concerns that were received last year. Over to you, Anouk.
So basically, it's going to look very similar to what you're used to, but it's a completely new environment. Everything is completely new. And yeah, it'll work much better, and hopefully you'll like it. I needed to make one clarification about this. So this is just from a technical perspective, so everyone knows how to use it, but like operationally, if you have any questions about how to approach your goals, about anything like coach related, goal related, review, check-in related, please ask Shannon. So I'm actually going to switch the presentation to just share my screen. So when you first log in, this is the first difference. The login is a little bit different. Now, please don't be demotivated by a few steps, because it's only the first time that you'll have to go through this, and then afterwards the lifecycle will, or People Builder will know you, and you'll just automatically be logged in. But so the first step is Google. Normally you'll be using Chrome, so it'll be very fast. Then Slack, and Slack is going to ask you some permissions. This is just so that we can send messages and also change your picture if you wish that to be changed. So we're gonna allow this. And then People Builder is gonna load. This should look very familiar to what you're used to. And then if I want to change something about myself, I can do that here. You can, like, I imagine this will be used most for like your location and maybe your phone. I also can change my picture. I just want to show you that it like works everywhere. So let's imagine I want to change my picture to this new one. It'll change my Google picture, my Slack picture, and my vCard picture if that's what you use. So it'll change to this, and then in Slack, it'll also be updated. Wait, how did I show you this? Like this. So then if you are a player, you'll see personal goals, and actually, sorry, everyone is a player. If you are also a coach, you'll see the team goals. So let's look at the personal goals first. Again, this should look very similar, just way, way faster. This is just like an example scenario. I have these two goals in approval, one goal in draft. I'm going to change that, and I want my coach, Marcelo, to approve that as well. So again, this form should be very familiar if you've been here for a while. And you can just like add what kind of ETRO goal it is, why you've picked that one, the steps, the target date. I'm changing this to ready for approval here. I can add a comment if I want, and then you're gonna hit save. And then for those of you who have paid attention, save again, sorry. Yeah. For those of you who have paid attention, this was not here before. So basically, we've put a little limitation on how many emails the coach is going to get. So before, it used to be after every goal that was ready for approval that the coach would get an email, but you need to have three goals anyway. So we've put in a little limitation that you can notify your coach yourself once you have 3 goals, basically. So if I click this, Marcelo will get an email. He will be prompted to like check out my goals and activate them. And also we have this little timestamp here to let you know that it's been sent out. So while I wait for Marcelo, can you please activate my goals? I'll show you what it would look like for a coach. So I'm not really a coach, but just for the purpose of this demo, I've been made the coach of user tests. So here already I can see that he has 1 goal for approval. Again, this is for those of you who are coaches. And then I can see, oh, it's this goal that needs to be approved. I can go in here, see everything. Yep, that looks great. It's already set for me to goal approved. And then I can save it. And then it'll become active. Again, it'll become active. Okay. And then what we can do is we can add a monthly check-in here or a required check-in here. Actually, I'm just going to go back to my personal one. It's just easier. So monthly check-ins, again, you're going to get an email every month to remind you that you should be planning a check-in. These are optional though, but always good, right? Again, for more information about that, please ask Shannon. And then there's also these required check-ins. Now, please keep in mind that if you want to add a required check-in, no, sorry, let me start from the start. So these required check-ins are 2 months of the year. The months these are selected by HR or Shannon. And once we hit that month in the year, you can start adding things. So in this case, this is from 2024. That's why it says review is due, because obviously it's 2025. The end of the year is not like, we're not there yet. So for this year's People Builder, I would not be able to add this review, right? But so if I was to add a required review, it needs to be in this part. If you add a monthly check-in in this part, but it happens to be in November, it does not count as a required review. That's basically one of the most important things of this call. So they look the same or not. Okay, I think we're having some a technical difficulty here, but the form is the same as what you're used to. It's just like the monthly check-in and the required review is the same. You just fill in like the status, the status of all of your goals, how it's going, and yeah, everything there. Also, sorry, one thing I forgot to say, this is clickable. So once all of your goals are active, you can click this and add like how you came up with these goals. If you had a meeting about that, and then you can also add comments, add a description, everything like that. And then, sorry, I have a little cheat sheet here to make sure that I've said anything I need to say. Oh yeah, hold on. So yeah, Marcelo has approved all my goals. Thank you. And then so it like works very quickly. And then I think yeah, that was everything from our technical perspective. So Shannon is going to send out detailed communication about like the HR side of this. So like how you approach like picking goals, setting goals, all that kind of stuff. So please keep an eye out for that. And if you have any questions about this, definitely feel free to reach out. Or if you already have questions, please let me know. I think I heard someone put up their hand, but I don't know how to see who it was.
It's Marcelo. Go ahead, Marcelo.
Okay.
Just one observation. The photo is going to be limited only to HR and marketing. So people are not going to be able to change their photos right now. We want to keep a consistent on the headshot that we are taking. So the app, I know just wanted to show that the app synchronizes all photos throughout the platform, but this feature is only for marketing and HR. And yes, thank you, Anouk.
Yeah.
And I have a question, Anouk. When does this go live for us?
In February, start of February. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So don't go trying to put any goals in until after that.
Yeah, it's not live yet. You can't yet. But yeah.
So Shannon will send some email about the people builder, and January 3rd it will be available to everybody.
Thank you. Vlad's hand was up first. Let's go with Vlad's
Oh, you
question.
mean like notch the ramp out for the mowing?
Yeah, thank you, Corinne. I believe you already answered my question, because when I tried to create like a new goal, the new window actually shows like a year 2024. So I believe it's gonna be like updated in the next year. Yeah,
That's it.
in February.
Would be good.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
So yeah, the 2024 people builder is now closed. And the 2025 one is not live yet, so we're like in a in-between zone. But from the start of February, you'll be good to add goals.
The other one, there's.
Okay, thank you.
No worries.
Lisa,
Yeah, I was just wondering whether anything from the 2024 version is going to be transferred over and how that kind of will look.
Yes.
You know,
Oh,
as it was
yes.
released.
Very good question. So the goals that are the 2024 goals that are not completed or do not have the status completed will be transferred over automatically, and then to your 2025 people builder, and then you can choose yourself if you want to keep them or like delete them. So they'll open again, but they won't be active. So they'll be back in the draft goal status. But it'll be like they'll have like a little chip that says that it's brought over from 2024.
and you can update its old content. So we're just bringing the same goal, so you can have all the history back, but you can you should be updating the steps for 2025, because there's a new step for 2025, and update any goal related information for the new year.
And I was just curious if this is, I mean, obviously I'm getting ahead of myself, but for 2026, is that going to be the same thing where it's, you know, transfers in the same way, or this is just because you're launching it?
No. This
Yeah,
is gonna
we
be
can talk about that. Yeah,
One
we
week.
can definitely like make changes if necessary, but this is how it should stay for like the future. And even if it's like a goal from 2024 that has been brought over to 2025, if it's not completed yet, it should also be transferred to 2026 again.
Perfect, thank you.
Dwayne, did your question get answered too, or did you have a follow-up?
Yeah, Lisa had the same question I did.
Great, thank you. There's no more hands up, but if anybody else does have another question, please let us know. We want to make sure that once this goes live, you guys are off and running with no interruptions, so that, you know, everybody's prepared, and so that we can distribute this so that those who had conflicts are able to get up to date before that as well.
Lisa.
Lisa.
Sorry, I had another question. For anybody new that's coming in, and maybe this is more of a Shannon HR question, but is there going to be any sort of training resources, or what sort of resources do we have for new people coming in that don't know how to use this platform?
We can
Yeah,
make a guide.
the previous ETRO upon release of the platform should now be mandatory for onboarding. And that should serve as training. We'll get it into a proper LMS system with onboarding clearly laid out, but that ETRO would be key for every new hire to review.
Okay, thank you.
But we are also gonna have like a quick guide, a PDF. So it's like a quick reference for anyone that needs to check some information. I think this is it. Correct? Oh no, one more, Letitia.
Yeah, go ahead, Letitia.
So that PDF that's going to be available in like the Google Drive for everyone, because I kind of had issues with it last year, and I would like to obviously be on top of it this year and be part of that. Will we have access to that?
Yes. And I'll make sure it has a link on the application, like a help or user guide.
Yeah.
You can click and pop up the PDF for you so you easily can check any information that you need. I'm gonna add
Okay.
that notation. Thank you.
Dara?
We can also host that on ETRONet, the instructions and the PDF on ETRONet, where People Builder, there's a tab on ETRONet where People Builder lives.
Perfect. Yes, for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Hello, Lisa.
Sorry, so many questions. The last thing I wanted to ask is whether there was any integration. I don't believe there was with the previous version. Whether when you sort of schedule your monthly check-ins, whether it like will lead you to Google Calendar, or whether there's any sort of connection there, or whether they have to be done separately.
They have to be done
The-
separately because this is
Yeah.
reporting the meeting. This is not scheduling the meeting. This is more of you reporting that you had a meeting, you had a check-in. So you go there and say, oh, I had this check-in yesterday, tomorrow, or something like this. Not tomorrow, but
Yeah, exactly.
it's to report it.
Thank you.
Yes, Allison?
Hi, everyone. Thank you. Oh, so sorry. Feedback. You're on mute. Sorry about that. I just wanted to ask a quick question, and it's not for now, maybe for down the line. You know, the wheel that we use to rate our players and
Yes.
stuff, or rate each other and whatnot. Is there a way at some point to digitize that? Because I'm finding we're losing kind of the information year over year.
Yes,
Yes.
we are. It's in the backlog, so it's going to be a project after like this initial launch. We're going to like keep making improvements and keep adding things, and that is on the list.
Okay,
It might not be a
awesome.
circle anymore, but it might
Yeah.
be a table. We're gonna see.
I like
but
the
yes,
circle.
absolutely.
Keep the circle.
Okay. Okay.
No. We are keeping the circle, but again, I think the first solution will be a table to be easier and to be faster, and then we need to like work with the circle as an image.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
Any other questions? You can also come like find me after if anything pops up and you have more questions.
I think we're good. So
Okay.
we'll say thank you, Anouk and Marcelo. Everybody, please look for Shannon's release email and with guidance about how to create your goals and meet with your coach, etc. And then we'll get them into the new system. Thank you, everybody, and have a great afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.